My mom said even in the most negative moments, there's always something positive to take out of it. Are you sure? I am not trying to blow this out of proportion when I say this might be top 10 worst SmackDown segments I have ever seen. Maybe top WWE segments I have ever seen, because oh my goodness. And I actually watched this one live, which made me even more baffled. Since last week's SmackDown debacle with Pat McAfee, I thought with the amount of just hate this is getting, they would just automatically drop this and focus on Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, the thing that people actually care about the most. Care is a strong word, because let's be honest, they could do so much more with this feud, but they just I don't know I don't know, because let's be honest, with this entire feud as a whole and everyone involved, they could have done a lot more, especially with them hinting at that 2009 Randy Orton to be coming back. We thought we were gonna see an RKO to Brandy Rhodes, but yeah, she's nowhere to be seen. I just want to say it's about to rain as soon as I'm talking about the segment. This segment was so bad it's affecting the climate, and this segment wasn't at the start of the show or the end of the show. It was plopped like right in the middle of the show, which is usually weird because this is literally the night one main event, so I thought something like this would be either at the start or main event. This is so bad they just propped it in the middle. I'm kind of surprised they're doubling down on this, given that it is universally disliked. At this point, I don't even know if they care anymore. They just want to get this WrestleMania over with. So this segment started off by Pat McAfee's music hitting, and the voices that came together, that might be the biggest groan I have ever witnessed. People bought their tickets months in advance thinking they were going to get a quality show and a once-in-a-lifetime experience, because these tickets, whoa, they are not cheap, and this is the quality of stuff they're getting for the price they paid. I might just rather play Russian roulette at this point. It basically is Russian roulette at this point. You know, you buy your tickets months in advance. You don't know what storylines are going to be happening in this era of WWE. You don't know what quality you're going to expect. It's probably going to be bad though. He flipped the audience off like about 6 times during this entire segment. I'm just getting the vibe that they're just trying so hard to create like moments that are like gonna shock people or something, and they're like, oh yeah, this shocked me, let me buy a WrestleMania ticket for $5,000. It's like that one kid who's trying way too hard to be edgy and everyone can just see right through it. This is what this is. This is the entire storyline as a whole. It's just like, you know, just saying random crap to try to make a viral clip, and it's backfiring really hard because everyone is seeing right through this, and it's just so everyone just sees how lazy all of this is, because we genuinely could get tons of history being brought up. We could have things involving Randy Orton RKOing Brandy Rhodes. That would have been crazy. It would have been a shocking moment, but it would fit into, you know, that aspect of, okay, 2009 Randy Orton is coming back. That's what 2009 Randy Orton would do. But instead we have Pat McAfee teaming up with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes teaming up with Jelly Roll. I'll get to that as well. This is just getting worse. And I thought this couldn't get any worse, but you know, the next SmackDown proved me wrong. So Pat McAfee comes to the ring, stands on the top rope, and automatically flips off the audience again. It was funny because I saw one person in the audience just look at Pat McAfee and just wave. I've never seen someone reaction to being flipped off just waving with the biggest smile on your face like you just got ice cream. Pat McAfee goes on to say, I'm actually the hero of this. Pat McAfee, no one wants you in this in the first place. This isn't like the crowd booing a heel. This is a crowd booing an entire storyline. He basically is saying, why are you booing me? I'm the hero with the story. You should be booing guys like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes because they're corporate shills and they're all fake. Pat, a year ago you were standing on the announce table rocking out to Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song, and now you're doing this. And Cody Rhodes brought up that point as well, and Pat McAfee didn't really have anything to say to it. I just want to say this as well. Pat McAfee had a tone to his voice while he was doing this promo that just felt like so forced and like a promo you'd cut in the mirror while you're getting ready for the shower to get hot. It wasn't his normal voice. It was like he was trying to sound like The Rock. So yeah, he goes on to take shots at CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, calling them corporate, and he actually brought up CM Punk, the Saudi Arabia situation. He said the money from his merchandise and stuff is going straight into the account called I'm Sorry Saudi Arabia. So there's a shot there. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, it's a shot, but it's like, what does this even tie into? What does this, like, nothing is going to come out of what he's saying. The match is going to happen at WrestleMania and that's it. The shots being thrown aren't like, it's like, what is happening anymore? I'm so confused, man. So there are shots being thrown from CM Punk from Raw. There are shots being thrown from Pat McAfee on Smackdown, and like, it's just like they've never faced off, and it's like, why are you two even going at it? Y'all two have nothing to do with each other. I'm actually just so like, I'm bewildered by how badly they messed this feud up. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Even if it's not what people expected, I wouldn't expect them to be able to actually, you know, mess it up. Because before this, they had like a year of storytelling where Cody Rhodes was champion and Randy Orton was by his side. But when Cody wasn't looking, Randy Orton would stare the championship down. But I think Randy kind of got injured, and that kind of maybe messed all the plans up. So now we're at this point, and they finally have the opportunity to pull the plug on this feud, and you'd expect them to, you know, go on with the plan they might have had before, if they even had one, or just, you know, maybe not live up to the expectation of the feud. But, you know, still I'm just saying there should be something here positive to take from, like, oh man, at least we got the match. But, you know, I don't even know if we can say that anymore with Pat McAfee being in Randy's corner and Jelly Roll being in Cody's corner. They're gonna get involved in the match, and we know it. So even that one positive aspect of Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, at least we're gonna get the match, that is now thrown away, ladies and gentlemen. And I mention this in every video. I don't want to come across like I am always negative about everything, but this stuff is like, you know, who is positive about it? I don't know who likes this. Pat McAfee is calling Cody Rhodes a fraud, and he's going to say Randy Orton is going to end all of this, and he is going to become the 15-time champion and put an end to all of this, so you guys have a real champion. I don't know if that's not directly what he said. I'm just, you know, from what I watched, I'm not even going to try to watch it again, dude. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Pat McAfee also mentions ticket prices again, and it's like, this is the I think third or fourth show in the row where this has happened, and they've mentioned ticket prices. We're it's kind of overdoing it now. Like, once or twice is cool, but like 3 times in a row is like, okay, yeah, let's kind of calm down with this. We're kind of making the same point on different shows with different words, and it's like, you're just wasting time at this point. I thought there was no way TKO would allow stuff like this, and, you know, I'm still in the boat of probably they wouldn't, but they understand that most people do not like them, so might as well take a shot on live TV to see what happens, and they're overdoing it now. I've seen videos where people talk about how, okay, the wrestlers are now rebelling against TKO, but I'm kind of falling into the boat of TKO is willing to go as far as criticizing themselves on live television to see what happens and to see if that moves any tickets at all, or farms engagement, which it probably does, because these videos, even though people despise what's happening right now, they're still getting really good views, because there's talking point after talking point about what these people are saying, because you wouldn't expect them to say the things they're saying about TKO and the state the company is in right now, but I think they would go that far to increase the engagement, because that means more money in their pockets. Pat McAfee just continues to take shots and saying, okay, Randy Orton's gonna walk out 15-time world champion. He's saying so much but saying nothing at all. Then Cody Rhodes comes out and say, okay, this is between me and Randy Orton, but Pat McAfee, nobody wants you here. And that's true. And if their ultimate goal was for Randy Randy Orton to get cheered. I think it is starting to work because the crowd was behind Cody Rhodes here, and they were booing Pat McAfee and Randy Orton when they eventually did attack Cody Rhodes. I don't think it's necessarily them booing Randy Orton, just more of booing this entire storyline like I mentioned previously. If this was still between Cody and Randy Orton, people would still be cheering Randy Orton, so I guess that's kind of why they did this, to get more fans on Cody Rhodes' side, and that's kind of sad they have to go to this length for such an awful story for people to get on Cody Rhodes' side. This is barbaric. I have heard people say this is on the level of 2019 WWE, and at first I thought that was absolutely absurd until, you know, I watched this live and then I watched this again, and it started creeping in my mind that, oh my goodness, we're back, bro. Most Americans don't even know what a pandemic is. Would you guys rather have Roman Reigns' dog food segment or Pat McAfee? I'm not even trying to be funny. That's a hard one to choose. Cody says nobody wants you here. This is between me and Randy Orton, and then Cody Rhodes kind of just walks out of the ring. So Cody Rhodes, after saying all this, trashing on Pat McAfee and saying he's a play wrestler, you don't know what this business is or is about. You were on commentary a couple months ago, yeeting your mind out, standing on the table. You don't know what this business is about. Cody Rhodes exits the ring, goes towards the ramp, and Pat McAfee says, you've always been an elite escape artist. I think that's some shade to his All Elite days. I'm not gonna lie, that line kind of popped me. That was, you know what, I'll mark out for that one. He mentions that he is an elite escape artist and then calls him Stardust, and that was it for Cody Rhodes, bro. He took that tie off and sprinted to the ring, bro. He does not want to be called that. Then Randy Orton appears on the Titantron and points to the floor, and it is Jelly Roll. Oh my goodness, no guys, Jelly Roll is on the ground and he's beat up. What are we gonna do? What mouse tool are we gonna use to help him? That is the only age range I can think of where people are enjoying this. Randy Orton points down to Jelly Roll and throws it. Bro, we're living in like a simulation, because why is Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee in the same storyline? Why is Jelly Roll in WWE, bro? This is absurd. Jelly Roll gets dragged out by Randy Orton to the stage, and Pat McAfee was gonna sneak up behind Cody and hit him, but Cody Rhodes saw him and then tried chasing Pat, but Randy Orton came back out and gave him a shot to the back.
What did he just say?
Guess how this segment ended, ladies and gentlemen? It was a brawl. Can you believe that one? I certainly can't. We haven't gotten a brawl in about a couple days. So yeah, the whole segment ended in a brawl. Randy Orton and Pat McAfee ended up standing tall over Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll. And the thing that got me is when they exited the ring, they took the championship, but guess who the championship was on? It was on Pat McAfee. The person that is main eventing WrestleMania and is in the actual match is not even holding the title. Why is Pat McAfee the center of the storyline? I don't get it, man. I just don't understand. Randy Orton is playing second fiddle to Pat McAfee. Did you ever think you'd hear that one? If I told you in 2020 something like this would happen, you would look at me and say, what is wrong with you? Go to a mental institution this second. But nope, this is where we are leading into WrestleMania, just a few weeks away, and I don't know what to say. This is the stuff where it's like, how is this company even getting the crowds it gets anymore? I don't understand the appeal of actually buying a ticket to these shows anymore, because this is the stuff you're gonna see. Yeah, Dad, take me to the show. I want to see Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee in a brawl. My father would be so disappointed in me if I said that sentence. He might kick me out of the house. Yeah, that was the entire segment. Like I said, probably top 10 worst SmackDown segments I've ever seen, and you can say that's overblown. I am going to stick to that assessment unless the next SmackDown proves me wrong and it's actually a worse segment. Really, really bad segment here, and I'm not excited at all about this feud anymore, which I thought was impossible for them to mess up. It's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, two future Hall of Famers. Randy Orton basically is like a cemented Hall of Famer right now. Cody Rhodes definitely future Hall of Famer, and these two, we thought they couldn't mess this up because the story is literally there. But we were proven wrong because the Lowe's, TKO, and the creative team have Snoop to try to get tickets moving is absurd. It's a whole different story with the CM Punk and Roman Reigns thing. CM Punk cut a pipe bomb, and it actually got me invested in that story once again. So I thought there was even the slightest bit of a chance they could do something this SmackDown that would, you know, rejuvenate the feeling into this storyline again, and people would get excited for the night one main event, because this is the thing that's going to close out the show. This is the most important thing. So I thought, you know, maybe they would really try to get people back on track into this thing, and you know, that didn't happen. They doubled down with this and gave us a worse segment than what happened previously on SmackDown. I don't know what to even think anymore about this product. We're in dark days again, man. Two years ago we were at a high we thought we would never feel again, and now we have crashed down. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video and listening to my opinion that probably nobody cares about. We're in a rough state right now, and you know, I'm really intrigued at what levels they're gonna snoop to next time on SmackDown. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless, and I'm